If you're a fan of movies like The Holiday, It's Complicated, or Something's Gotta Give, you are in the right place to achieve an iconic Nancy Meyers interior design style in your home. I'm Paige Gray, an interior designer here helping you to make intentional design decisions while renovating. My work and voice have been amplified in some really beautiful publications over the years, Western Living, Forbes, Martha Stewart, to name a few. I am here to provide you attainable, relatable, approachable interior design advice that you can execute in your own home. Here are 5 tips that I would use to implement an interior design aesthetic according to Nancy Meyers movies. I am going to walk you through products that I would use in my own home and for those of my clients that execute this trend perfectly. You'll see products shown to the side here and links down below so you can attain this look in your home. So what exactly is the Nancy Meyers design trend? It is all about creating cozy, chic, timeless spaces that breathe an effortless style. We want to attain a lived-in yet elegant balance between products and placement, and the way to do this is to think about soft hues, textures, layers, nuances, nostalgia, everything that makes your home its own. That is the most beautiful part about this design trend. Nancy Meyers is all about creating stories, and we love them for a reason. The goal is to make your home feel like a warm hug, stylish yet welcoming. Tip number 1 is to focus on a warm, neutral color palette. Nancy Meyers is all about soft, muted tones, whites, grays, creams. Her spaces are anything but minimal, and yet her palette breathes a sense of ease. What I would encourage you to do is start with a soft white wall. Benjamin Moore has a beautiful collection of soft whites that are classic for any space. Soft whites will allow a room to feel bright and expansive, and it gives you creative liberty to play with light. Try leaning towards a warmer white versus a cooler white, as this gives a warm, nostalgic feel. Layering in soft taupes and creams and furniture and finishings, things like accessories and pillows and fabrics, this is the perfect way to breathe nuance into your home. The best part about layering creams and taupes and grays is that the more you add, the more intentional it feels. Neutral colors also don't ever go out of style. There is a very timeless appeal. We all love a cream. This goes for interior design styling, but also for fashion and many other industries. Building the base of a warm neutral palette allows the second thing I'm going to talk about next to really pop off the stage. We are going to talk about hits of black. Every single stage that I have seen of Nancy Meyers movies has this beautiful touch of black. Not a bold, heavy hit of it, but because the palette is neutral itself, it allows the subtle details of black to really frame the image. Don't go overboard here. This is all about subtleties. One of the easiest ways to add subtle black to any space is through a picture frame. Think about a really minimal picture frame with a large matting. Not only does this allow you to layer a neutral matting on top of a neutral wall, it gives you the space to execute this design principle perfectly with the frame. Another great place to add a touch of black is in lighting. Feature lighting is the perfect place for this design principle. Think minimal wrought iron hardware with a timeless curved edge, something that has multiple bulbs that really bounces the light off the walls in a beautiful way. Hardware in a kitchen is another perfect place to add a touch of black. It is a small detail that goes so unnoticed in so many homes, and it makes the biggest impact. Overall, black adds a level of sophistication, but also a little bit of a contemporary touch. Nancy Meyers artfully captures the ability for everyone to live the way they naturally live. In reality, we all have undecided tensions between our design decisions at play in our homes, and it seems kind of backwards that in her stage sets, she would implement these sorts of controversial opinions about, am I contemporary or am I traditional? But by artfully mixing the two, it becomes real. We want to think about what our mothers had in their homes. Layering multiple generations of design influence into one single style that we all want to attain is Nancy Meyers' kiss of genius in this design trend. It's why it's not going anywhere anytime soon. This is perfectly seen in things like rolled armed upholstery. The furniture in her movie sets is often quite luxurious. It is larger in scale and meant to really hold your body in a comfortable way. Just like our own homes that breathe a sense of insecurity in the healthiest way possible, we want to blend design aesthetics as Nancy does in her sets to achieve this look. Tip number 3 is to layer comfort into your space with soft furnishings. One of the key elements in a Nancy Meyers film is this illusion of grandeur while also still implying a very simple life. Now, I'm not telling you to go and add swags to your windows. We're not quite repeating that design trend yet, but things like layered window coverings. If you have a shade mounted on the inside of your window that ticks off the boxes for practicality. You've got your privacy and your UV covered. Think about layering a Roman shade over top of the window or a drape panel to the side. Just when you feel you've got your window covering sorted, add another layer. We want to create depth in window coverings because what comes through the window is light, and this gives us more control to play with the light coming into our home. Plush, pillows, and upholstery. Come on, there is nothing cozier in a Nancy Meyers movie. I'm thinking about Cameron Diaz and a bed full of lofty pillows. This is an elemental principle in these films. Something about all of these cozy living spaces and bedrooms feel like you just want to toss your body into a bunch of throw pillows. And why is because she gives you the opportunity to do just that with your eyes. Add in layers of lovely feathered pillows, sumptuous linen upholstery, something that really gives to the weight of your body underneath of it. Let's think about oversized club chairs and deep sofas, something that you can really curl up in and enjoy a good book or a movie that encourages long conversations and hearty gatherings. Next up, we are going to focus on natural materials. Think linen and stone and wood and wool, anything with a nubby texture that you want to run your fingers over. These textures bring warmth and depth to the space, helping it feel inviting and authentic. Authenticity is the #1 goal we're after when trying to achieve this design style. Nothing screams more inauthentic to me in interior design than inappropriately placed wood species. We want to think regionally. What is in your country of origin? That is the perfect place to start when deciding what kind of wood to include in your home. Counters in kitchens and bathrooms in this style often feature a really beautiful stone or marble. It makes a space feel luxurious without feeling overly flashy. Natural fiber rugs like wool and jute are the perfect place to implement this texture principle as well. They work beautifully underneath living spaces, but I also love the touch they add to soften a dining space. The theme of the day in this texture talking point is to get as many as possible. Don't be afraid that you're gonna over texturize your home. It just won't happen. Not everything needs to be new when we're thinking about layered, comfortable upholstery. Think about an antique piece in the corner, something with a nuanced antiquity that you would have picked up from your grandmother's house or a really cool flea market find. Finally, we are going to add personality. Whether it's books or family photos, unique art pieces, Nancy Meyers spaces always feel personal and lived in. It's in the details that make a room feel truly like home. Let's talk about books everywhere. I love a collection of books. Make sure you're representing books that are actually of interest to you, that's important. But there's a loose, serendipitous way that Nancy displays books and objects in a home, as if you were walking through a space and just happened to lay it down there. In the digital age, I feel as though we are so quick to keep all of our photos inside of our devices. And along with that, these digital frames have come out that make it really easy to display a multitude of family photos. But Nancy Meyers would never do this. This is the perfect place to kind of hint to the fact that maybe you should tuck that digital frame aside. You want to select some really genuinely precious moments that you've had with your family and display them proudly. This doesn't even really allude to a design style per se. It just encourages you to pause and take note of the things that matter most to you and actually present them in your home so that you can be reminded in your daily living about the time you went to the beach or the time your ice cream fell off its cone. We are here for one beautiful, short, small life. Minimizing our homes to the point where they have no personality is the problem with today's age, and I feel like a Nancy Meyers film in this time is the perfect way to encapsulate everything that life really needs right now. The process of slowing down and appreciating the small things, nods to antiquity and history, capturing beautiful moments and presenting them as such in our home. Whether you're renovating your kitchen or updating your living room, it is all about creating artful touches that will stand the test of time. So there you have it, simple steps to achieve a Nancy Meyers look in your own home, with links to products that you can purchase today and make it your own. Shameless plug here. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. It gives me all the opportunity to show up here as authentically as I am and bring beautiful design influence directly into your home.